10 years ago, when World of Warcraft was at the heat of its success during the Wrath of the Lich King, a lot of other MMOs were released. In fact, it was the golden age of MMOs. A lot of these games have been from a relatively new genre, free-to-play games. Often enough, they were cheap MMOs from Asia with unfair design and blatant pay-to-win mechanics. A lot of people were making jokes back in the day about the World of Warcraft of the future being one of these games, with item shop, purchasable max level characters and typical free-to-play design. The thought alone has been ridiculous, but the nightmares of yesterday have become the reality of now. As so often was a slow and silent transformation. It all began in 2009 with the first purchasable pet, the Pandaren monk. It was cloaked as charity, but was in fact just a scout for an invasion. From this point on, more and more pets and mounts arrived that could only be obtained by spending real money. There has been something like this before, with the items from the trading card game and the various collector's editions, but these were limited and could only be obtained by acquiring a physical copy of the code. The new pets and mounts were unlimited though, and could be reproduced for free indefinitely. For the first time, Blizzard tasted the money for nothing, and they liked it. The in-game store was introduced on December 10 of 2013. The purchasable pets and mounts became a regular thing. In fact, the coolest pets and mounts were reserved for the shop, while for actually playing the game, we could get something like this.
Wow!
But until then it was all just cosmetics, right? Well, the next taboo was broken during the introduction of the infamous expansion Warlords of Draenor. From now on, you could buy character boosts, aka max level characters. By this time, you were able to buy character renaming, race changes, faction changes and so on. But the last sigil was broken on April 7, 2015. From now on, players were able to buy a WoW token for $20 from Blizzard and sell it for in-game gold. The player buying it could activate it and this way receive 30 days of game time. This was effectively gold selling. This way players could now buy almost everything in the game with real money. Remember that many guilds offer to carry you through a raid if you pay them. So in theory, a whale could now get everything if he just spent enough money. Blizzard defended the WoW token with the claim of fighting China gold sellers, which is bullshit, for two reasons. First, it is wrong and pathetic to become a harmful China seller just because you can't get rid of them. And second, in the end, the shit didn't work. There are still a ton of China gold sellers in the game, which you can prove yourself if you observe the chat, which is still getting spammed full by these people. So by now Blizzard offered everything the China sellers offered, and more. All of this while still demanding subscription fees. Over the time, Blizzard made literally over $10 billion with World of Warcraft alone. But it is still not enough.
Enough. There is no such thing. We take what can be taken. This is what we do.
Not enough that the monetization was like in an Asia free-to-play game, the gameplay itself had to be transformed as well. More and more content is being time-gated. Follower missions have been introduced and reused through 3 expansions now. And the upgrade and grind systems look in every expansion more like in Asia free-to-play MMOs, not talking of the characters. So there we have it. WoW has become the ridiculous parody people once made up. But this time, nobody is laughing.